All right, deep divers, let's clear our minds for a moment. Forget the usual mystery spots.
Yeah, no pyramids today.
Exactly. No pyramids, no Machu Picchu. We'll even skip the UFOs out in Nevada for now.
Okay.
Today, we're taking a bit of a detour, somewhere really quite unexpected. The heart of India's Thar Desert.
We're heading to Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. It's known as the Golden City.
Golden City?
Yeah, it literally glows this amazing yellow gold because it's built from the local sandstone. It's beautiful.
Wow.
But it's set in this incredibly harsh desert environment. And out there, water. Well, water is everything. It's life.
And right there, connected to that vital water, there's this structure reflecting in an old lake, an archway.
And that's the one, the Gadi Sagar Gate, or Tilon-ki-Pol as the locals call it.
It looks, quite lovely from a distance, picturesque, maybe a nice 14th century piece of architecture.
It is. Great photo op.
But knowing us here on the deep dive, I suspect there's a bit more going on beneath the surface of this simple arch.
Yeah, suspect correctly. It might look peaceful, but the local stories, they talk about curses, haunted energy, even forbidden love tangled up in its history.
Okay.
And maybe, just maybe, something even stranger.
Intriguing. So that's our mission for this deep dive then, to unpack all these legends, the conspiracies, the mysteries surrounding Tilon-ki-Pol.
Yeah.
Consider this your briefing, everyone, your fast track to getting the inside scoop on this particular enigma.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's start with the basics. The Golden City, Jaisalmer, and its lifeline, Gadi Sagar Lake. Can you tell us more about why this lake was so crucial?
Absolutely. I mean, Jaisalmer's survival in the Thar Desert really depended on this lake.
Right.
In Gadi Sagar, it isn't natural. It's man-made, an artificial reservoir, a pretty amazing feat of engineering for the 14th century, built by the city's founder, Raja Rawal Jaisal.
So every drop counted?
Every single drop. It was literally the heart pumping life into the city. So naturally, you'd protect something that vital.
Makes sense.
And you'd want to beautify it too. So gateways, temples, they sprang up around it. For protection, yes, but also decoration, making it sacred.
And the Gadi Sagar Gate, Tilon-ki-Pol, was a key part of that.
It was paramount. But here's the twist. While its purpose seems clear, the question of who actually built it and why, well, that's where the controversy really starts.
Okay. And that leads us straight to the main legend, doesn't it? The story of Tilon, the supposed builder. She wasn't exactly royalty, was she?
No, far from it. Tradition points squarely at a woman named Tilon, and she's described as a wealthy courtesan.
A courtesan in the 14th century, that's significant.
Hugely significant. In that society, courtesans could be influential, wealthy, skilled in arts, but they were also stigmatized, kind of lived on the edges of proper society.
So she had money, maybe some power, but this social hurdle. Yet she aims to build this major gateway. That sounds ambitious.
Extremely ambitious.
Yeah.
And predictably, when word got out that a courtesan was funding this prominent monument, well, there was outrage.
I can imagine. Who objected?
The Brahmins, mainly. The high caste priests and scholars, very traditional, and the city's nobles, too. They argued it was improper, even sacrilegious.
Why sacrilegious?
They claimed a woman like her building something on such a vital, sacred spot would basically pollute the lake's sanctity. Some stories even say the king wasn't keen initially.
But the gate exists, so Tilon must have had a plan. She sounds resourceful.
Very resourceful and clever. To stop them tearing it down, she did something brilliant.
What was that?
She added a small temple dedicated to Lord Krishna right on top of the gateway arch.
Ah, a temple.
Exactly. Suddenly, destroying the arch meant destroying a sacred temple, blasphemy, a direct offense to the gods. Her gate was safe.
That is smart. But there's more to it, isn't there? Some people see that temple differently.
Yes, this is where it gets really interesting. For many, it wasn't just a political shield. They saw it as a kind of spiritual seal.
A seal.
Yeah, meaning maybe it was put there to contain or neutralize some kind of energy, perhaps a dangerous one, that was already connected to the arch itself. So her act of defiance becomes an act of, well, mystical containment.
Wow. Okay, so defiance and maybe some spiritual engineering. How does that idea of a seal connect with the darker legends, the curse of Tilon-ki-Pol?
It connects quite directly. The story goes that even after it was built, maybe because they were still unhappy, the local Brahmins declared the gate an omen of misfortune.
An omen. So bad luck to pass under it.
Exactly. They said passing beneath the arch would bring ruin, and people took it seriously. For years, apparently, townspeople would actively avoid it, walking all the way around instead.
Huh. A real superstition took hold then.
A deep one. It wasn't just a casual thing.
So if the temple was a seal and the gate was seen as cursed, well, what's the conspiracy angle here? Was the temple just keeping the king away or something bigger?
That's the core of the theory. Some believe the temple wasn't just political maneuvering. It was a mystical counterweight.
Counterweight to what?
To some powerful, maybe dangerous, energy bound within the archway itself, an energy that needed managing. And this isn't unique. You hear similar ideas elsewhere, like Peru's gate of Aramumuru. They say it's sealed with energy, blocks access to another dimension.
Right, I've heard of that.
So the idea is, maybe the Gadi Sagar Gate is a similar kind of threshold, a place with energy too potent to leave open, so to speak.
Okay, that's quite a jump from a courtesan's clever move to a potential dimensional threshold. Let's look at the physical gate. Anything in the actual architecture, the stone itself, that fuels these ideas?
Well, from far away, it just looks like a nice arch.
Good.
But people who look closer, especially those inclined towards conspiracies, they point to things.
Like what?
Subtle grooves in the sandstone, things that maybe don't look purely decorative. The gate's precise alignment with the lake, and of course that temple sitting right smack on top of the arch.
So not just random placement.
They argue it's all deliberate. Clues.
Okay, so what specific theories come out of these architectural details? Are we talking alignments, hidden rooms?
All of the above, and more. One idea is that it's an astronomical marker.
Like Stonehenge?
Sort of, yeah. Aligning with the sun during solstices, maybe turning it into a kind of cosmic clock. Then you get the whispers of underground chambers.
Under the gate? Or the lake?
Both, possibly. Tunnels connecting maybe to the huge Jaisalmer fort nearby, or perhaps secret vaults full of treasure.
Indiana Jones territory again.
Pretty much. And the question becomes, were these just old water channels, or something more? Part of a secret ritual network, making the gate a literal and symbolic portal in, well, multiple ways.
Okay, my head's spinning a little. Let's dive right into the deep end. What are the main, really out there conspiracy theories about Tilon-ki-Pol?
All right, they really do cover a lot of ground. We can kind of group them. First, you have the Gate of Forbidden Love.
Forbidden love.
Yeah, this theory suggests Tilon wasn't just a courtesan, but was secretly involved with someone powerful, maybe royalty. A love that society wouldn't accept.
So the gate is?
A symbol, a coded message of her defiance, a monument to this secret affair. And the curse is just the echo of that societal disapproval.
Romantic, kind of tragic. What else?
Then there's the hidden treasure theory. Jaisalmer was a wealthy city, lots of trade route money.
Right.
So legends of buried treasure are common. This theory says Tilon, or maybe someone else, hid riches under the gateway.
And the temple on top?
It's a divine warning, like don't dig here or face the consequences. The curse becomes a kind of supernatural security system.
Clever. Okay, and the basic curse idea we already talked about.
That gets expanded into the Cursed Gateway expanded theory. Here, the fact that locals avoided it for years isn't just superstition, it's proof they knew something dangerous was there.
Dangerous how? Like bad vibes or?
Could be anything from strange electromagnetic fields that affect people physically or emotionally, right up to actual paranormal forces clinging to the arch.
Okay, and then the big one, the Stargate idea.
Ah yes, the Stargate hypothesis. This is where it goes fully sci-fi, or perhaps ancient aliens.
Right. Not just symbolic, but functional.
Exactly. The claim is the gate isn't just like a portal, it is a portal, a working doorway.
Like the ones in Peru or Egypt you mentioned.
Precisely. Part of a supposed network of Earth's hidden doorways to other places, other realms, maybe other dimensions.
And the Krishna temple's role in that?
To seal it. To deliberately block or control access through this interdimensional gateway. Keep things from coming through. Or maybe keep us from going out.
Wow, okay. That's a lot to take in. Is it just theories, though, or have people actually reported weird experiences there? Any first-hand accounts?
Well, there are definitely accounts, especially things happening at night.
Such as? People
report strange lights flickering around the arch, unnatural reflections on the water when there's no obvious source.
Creepy.
Also hearing sounds, whispers, sometimes even chanting when nobody else is around.
That would definitely unnerve me.
Yeah, and others talk about that classic eerie feeling, you know, like you're being watched when you're near the gate after dark. There are even tales of shadowy figures appearing briefly in the periphery, then vanishing. Maybe guardians, maybe Tilon's ghost, who knows?
And tourists feel it too.
Some do. They report an odd atmosphere, sometimes a feeling of heaviness right under the arch. Skeptics say it's suggestion, but theorists jump on it as evidence.
Evidence of what? those electromagnetic anomalies again.
Potentially, yeah. Something physically unusual about that specific spot, linked to the gate's structure or whatever lies beneath.
Which brings up another point conspiracy theorists often raise: the lack of official investigation. Is it true there hasn't been much digging around the gate?
That's a key point for them, yes. There hasn't been significant archaeological excavation right under the gate or in the lake bed immediately around it.
Then the official reason.
Usually it's about preservation. It's a historic monument. Digging could destabilize it, damage it. Standard procedure for protecting heritage sites.
But the theorists don't buy that.
Not entirely. They see the caution as convenient. They ask, what if the real reason is fear of what might be found?
Like hidden chambers, lost tech.
Exactly. Hidden rooms, artifacts that don't fit the standard history, maybe even proof of these wilder theories. This perceived silence or lack of curiosity from authorities, well, it fuels the whole cover-up narrative.
It feeds right into that idea of suppressed knowledge, like UFO sites or OPARTs.
Precisely. It fits a familiar pattern for conspiracy thinking.
So we've got this potentially sealed, maybe cursed, possibly portal-like gate with official quietness around it. Does this connect Tilon-ki-Pol to other similar mystery sites globally?
It really does. In the minds of these theorists, this idea of it being a forbidden gateway isn't isolated.
You mentioned Aramumuru in Peru.
Right, the stone gate supposedly needing a ritual key. There's also the Gate of the Gods in Bolivia, linked to Andean myths of creation and travel between worlds.
Any others?
Even going back further, think about the city gates of ancient Babylon. Texts sometimes describe them almost like portals between the earthly and divine realms.
So the big question becomes, could this unassuming gate in the Indian desert actually be part of that ancient, maybe global network?
A forgotten piece of the puzzle.
A forgotten Indian chapter in the story of stargates and strange doorways? It's a fascinating thought for you, our listeners, to ponder.
It certainly is.
Now, while these theories are definitely captivating, we need balance. What does the more grounded, skeptical viewpoint say about Tilon-ki-Pol? Not everyone buys the Stargate idea, surely.
No, absolutely not. Historians generally take a much more straightforward view.
Which is?
That it's an archway. A beautiful one, yes. Commissioned by a wealthy, resourceful courtesan named Tilon, and the temple on top. A very smart, practical move to stop conservative elements from tearing her work down. Pure politics and social dynamics of the time.
And the curse, just sour grapes from those conservative.
Pretty much. Likely an invention by those unhappy with Tilon's prominence and her challenging the social order. A way to discredit her project after it was built.
Makes sense from a social history perspective. What about the spooky stuff? The lights, the whispers.
Skeptics usually point to natural explanations. Desert acoustics can be weird. Shifting sands can make strange noises. Lights could be reflections, atmospheric effects, or just overactive imaginations primed to the legends.
Power of suggestion.
Exactly. And the portal theories, the curses, they see that as modern conspiracy thinking layered onto old folklore. People taking local stories and reinterpreting them through this lens of the paranormal and the extraordinary.
So fascinating local history and folklore, but ultimately human-made stories.
That's the skeptical take. But even the skeptics often admit something interesting.
What's that?
The fact that these stories persist, their enduring power says something about us, about human nature. We seem to need mystery, right? We crave stories that go beyond the everyday.
And the Gadi Sagar Gate delivers that.
It really does. Whether it was meant to or not, it's become this incredible canvas for projecting those desires for wonder and enigma.
So where does that leave us with Tilon-ki-Pol? A courtesan's defiant monument. A genuinely cursed place. A hidden treasure marker. Or that wild idea, a Stargate masked in sandstone.
The honest answer is, we'll probably never know for sure. History and legend, they blur. Some secrets just stay secret. Too much time has passed. The origins are too murky.
But standing there today, as the sun sets over Jaisalmer, that golden city, and the light reflects off Gadi Sagar Lake, that archway is still there.
Still guarding its secrets.
Still inviting us to wonder. And maybe, just maybe, that's the real point, how a structure, just stone and mortar, can become so much more.
A focal point for our imagination.
Exactly. A canvas for our deepest questions about meaning, magic, the unknown. And it makes you think, doesn't it? What other simple places around you might be holding similar secrets, just waiting.